Allow me also take this opportunity to welcome you back to this other part of ours. We are still looking at section B, part what? Part A. Now here, we are still looking at section B, part 1. I said the section B, part 1 has two items. That is item 4 and the item what? Item 5. Now here the focus is only on environmental biology, and conservation. Now people have problems with the writing an extended essay for part 1. Responses. So let's deal with this in this section of ours. In biology, do not introduce yourself, your school, your tribe, your religion, etc. Or do not even greet the examiner. And they are saying that when you do so, no scores are attached for what? For them. Actually, some of you have a tendency in senior 1, senior 2, senior 3, you begin by greeting, I am so and so, I'm from this school, Simani, good morning, good afternoon, how are you, sir? I hope you're okay. Those things here are not necessary. We don't need them. Now what we need is like this. So the essay must have the identified challenges. It must also have an explanation for the challenges, then the resources affected. If I don't know, they are getting me here. We are saying your introduction, we don't need you talking about yourself. We don't need you defining your school, even greeting examiners. We don't have any marks for such. I know senior 1, senior 2, and some senior 3s there. You've been doing so, you get. But here, we don't need them because they have no marks. Now they are saying, now what we need here is you now identifying the challenges, giving an explanation to the challenges, and naming the resources being what? Affected. You have to go ahead and give the benefits of the natural resources and also a solution to the problems. Now, after identifying the challenges, now what? Before you give a solution, you first identify the challenge. As I was telling you in the other part, that what you do first identify the problem. Then after identifying the problem, address the problem. Now in addressing the problem, because you cannot address or you cannot give a solution to a problem you have not identified. Good. So you identify the problem, deforestation. Now if it is deforestation, how can we address deforestation? Some of you have a tendency of repeating. You write it. We can maybe address the problem of deforestation by planting trees, which is okay. Somebody can say reforestation, it is also right. Somebody can say agroforestry is right. But the problem comes in when you are saying that we can now solve the problem of deforestation by, then you say part A, planting trees. Then you explain part B, you bring again agroforestry. Then from there you bring again replanting trees. Then all of those things the idea is you are planting trees. So people should desist from that is of repeating yourself. So they will score you 1. You get? If it is about planting trees, okay, solving deforestation, talk about planting trees only and go to other challenges. Now they are saying, do not waste time giving too many points in one area only. Like what I've been telling you, that somebody is saying afforestation, then replanting, then planting trees, agroforestry. You are just wasting your time. That is only one area. Yeah, for example, this point they are saying that don't waste time giving too many points in one area only. For example, in the scenario we can have deforestation, we can also have what? Soil erosion, we can have flooding and many others. But don't waste time on like soil erosion has many points. terracing, contour plowing, what, just mention one, then you go to the other one, to the other problem. I think there we are very okay. Then they are saying, just explain the problem very well. Definition is not explanation. My dear candidates, when you are, I gave you in the other in the other meeting of ours, I talked about this. You should not give the definition, and I used the deforestation. Instead of talking about the effect of deforestation on the environment, somebody comes and define. You begin giving us the definition. A definition is not an explanation, my dear candidates. So from there, then you are saying you are free to use paragraphs including 3 bases of evaluation, or handle one challenge at what? At a time. Now these bases of evaluations are what? We said you identify the challenge, then you give a solution to the challenge, then the third one is benefits. Then they are saying, remember, problems and challenges may not come out clearly in the scenario, so we think critically to identify the possible challenges. Now you can meet a scenario where challenges or problems cannot come out properly in that scenario. Now what you have to do is you have now to think critically, but you should be in the line with the scenario. When you are thinking, your emphasis should be in line with the scenario. Then from there they can say advice and solutions can be mentioned last. Then the solutions and the advices can be mentioned last, but challenges must be mentioned and explained first. You identify a challenge, you explain it properly, but not giving its definition. You explain it properly, then you give a solution, and finally you can do what? Advise. Allow me end here. Let's meet in part 2 of section B. Please forward your questions in the comment section. I'll be coming and we deal with your questions. I sign out.